Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Hello all. Welcome back.
Okay.
So in the previous session, we have gone through some of the controls. Not some. We have covered all the controls in availability check, right? Sorry, in the automatic credit control area, right? So we have missed one control there. It is nothing but a payer check.
Okay.
Okay. So I will cover this topic in this session.
Okay.
So now let me go through the path. SPRO and here SAP reference IMG. Then here sales and distribution. Here basic functions and credit management. Here
credit management
and define automatic credit control, right? And what is
okay.
our credit control area? It is nothing but M100.
M00 100.
Yes. And see here in the previous sessions we have covered all these controls. So we have missed only one control, which is nothing but the payer check, this one. So I think you are clear with the remaining controls, right? Except the payer check here.
Yes.
Do you have any queries in that?
No, Sunny.
No. Okay then. So now let us move to payer check. Okay. See, we use the payer check if the customer is having multiple payers. What it means? If the sold to is having
customer is
yes, if the sold to is having multiple payers, then we will use the payer check.
okay.
Okay. So for example, let us take one of the customer. For example, if we take a Reliance, for example. Okay, Reliance communication is there, and Reliance defense is there, Reliance fresh is there. Okay, so for which there will for the Reliance, actually here we have Reliance communication is one payer and Reliance defense is one payer and Reliance fresh is one payer. Let us think like this. Okay, in order to create this scenario. Okay, so if one sold to party is having multiple payers, then only the payer checkbox here will come into the picture. Okay.
Okay.
And payer check will be used while you are performing the credit check for open items. In the same way, oldest open items. These two.
Okay.
So if you would like to use the payer check, then you have to means it will be applicable for open items as well as oldest open items. So I think you are clear with oldest means open items. It's nothing but when you check that
Open item.
yeah, when you check that
While creating sales order.
Yes.
While creating sales order, system checks open items and open overdue items.
Yes, system checks open items and open item percentage, overdue items and overdue item percentage, and
overdue
if
percentage.
and if overdue item percentage is more than the percentage which we give in the credit control area, nothing but here. Here. Okay. So then the system will block the order for credit. Okay. And oldest open items means if any invoice which is overdue for the customer, then the system will not allow to create one more sales order for that customer. It will block the customer to create the order. Okay, so I think you are clear. So now we use the pair check concept here for open items as well as oldest open items. Okay, and see, if you uncheck pair, this one, if you uncheck pair, then what will happen? The system considers the invoices of all the payers who are in a group while performing the open item check and oldest open item check. So what it means? If you uncheck this, the payer here, then system considers the invoices of all the payers. See, here we have 1, 2, 3 payers, right? So the system considers the invoices of all these payers who are in a group. Actually, we have to group them while performing the open item check and oldest open item check. Okay. And if you check this, previously I told you that if you uncheck, right, and if you check this, then the system considers the invoices of only the particular payer. Yes, only the particular payer while you are performing the open items and oldest open item check. Okay, so if you check this, then it will consider the invoices of only the particular payer, and if you uncheck this, then it will take into the consideration of all the payers who are in a group.
All payers. Yeah.
Okay. So now, yes. So to check this scenario, we have to create one sold to party and some payers, and we have to assign those payers to the sold to party, right?
Okay.
So now let me create one sold to party. So here let me create one sold to party customer. Okay. So here company code is M100, sales organization is M100, distribution channel is M1, and division is M1. See, here we have to give some external number, right? So now let me give some external number. So now let me name it as Reliance. Okay. REL. So here in the search term, I will name it as REL.
Okay.
So here the city is somewhat like Vijayawada, and the country is N. Let me give some region here, and here we have to give any available transportation zone. Let me change the time zone India, and let me go through other tabs also here. Then we have to go through the company code data, and here we have to give reconciliation account. Okay. Then let me go through the sales area data. So here let me give the delivery priority and the shipping conditions. In the same way here, delivering plant. So here what I am doing, I am just giving the mandatory details. So here let me give Incoterms and tax classification of the customer. So here the terms of payment is I think M001. So here the credit control area is M100. So now let me give account assignment category of the customer here. which is nothing but domestic customer M1. And see, here this is the sold to party, right? And how many payers are there? One payer. The partner function, yeah. What is the partner function for payer? PY, right? So here we have only one payer, 6687. Okay.
Okay.
So now let me name it as payer one. So now let me save this customer. Okay, so we have created the customer 6687, which is nothing but the sold to party. So now we have to create some payers. Okay. Okay. So now see, I have selected the account group as payer, and in which I would like to create the other payers. Reliance payer 1. Okay. Reliance payer 2. So now let me use the region here and some transportation. Sorry, time zone is here. See here, that transportation zone will not ask because this is not the sold to party. This is the payer, right? So here, let me go through the remaining fields here. Your reconciliation account. Let me go through the sales area data. So in the sales area data, you cannot able to find shipping tab because this is the payer. Okay. So here, in which let me give the Incoterms free on board. So terms of payment is M001 and assignment group is M1. Okay. So I have created 6690 is the payer. Okay. So now let me create one more payer, 6691.
Okay.
So now let me name it as payer 2. As payer 3. So here in the company code data, we give reconciliation account and let me move to the sales area data. And here free on board Incoterms are there. And let me give terms of payment and account assignment group of the customer.
Okay.
So I have created two payers. Right. So now let me create one more payer. 6693. Okay.
Okay.
Payer 4. Payer 4. Yavada, India. So now let me go through the company code data. Here reconciliation account. And in the sales area data, let me give the input. So here terms of payment. Okay. See here I have created three payers, right? So what is the sold to party we have created? double six eight.
879193.
Okay, 6687, right? This is the sold to party.
Sold to party.
And 66919293.
93.
Okay, these three along with 6687. So these four are the payers. Okay, so now this sold to party is having four payers. Okay, so now let me assign that. Let me go through the change mode of the customer. 6687, right? And here, if you go through the partner functions, here you can assign the payers, right? So now let me give the partner function as py, and here 6691 and py 6692. So I think we haven't created 6692. Maybe 6693. Yes. 93. And I think we have created one more, right? 6694. Did we create? No. 90. Yes.
94 not created.
Yes. 66919093. Okay. So we have created these payers. Okay. So payer 2. Let me name it as payer 1, payer 4, and here payer 3. Okay, so now I am saving the customer. Okay, so now the customer is having four payers. So now let me check. Yeah, let me check the credit limit of the customer in the transaction FD 32. So here let me give the credit control area.
100.
Yeah, and see here the credit limit of the customer is 20,000, right?
20,000.
Okay. Yeah. See, we have checked the credit limit of the sold to party, right?
Yeah.
In the screen, FD 32.
32.
Yes. So now let me check the credit limit of the payers also, because we are going to group multiple payers into one single credit limit. Okay. See here, let me take the payer 6690. And here we can see the credit limit is 20,000. So if we don't group multiple payers, then what will happen? The credit limit of the pay means even if the order is getting placed by one company, as the payers are different, even if the credit limit of the customer is going to be exceed, the system will allow to create other orders also, right? See, if we take Reliance as the customer, and if the Reliance is having multiple payers, 1410115. So if some oldest open items or some open items are there for this payer, okay, in the same way for this payer, in the same way for the other payer also. But if the other payer 101115 for which we are raising the invoice, then the system will allow, right? Because here the payer is getting differ. So even if these all payers are comes to one single sold to Reliance, as the configuration is not done for the multiple payers to come into the single credit limit, the system will allow the last payer when you are creating the sales order. Okay. So if it is the business requirement to group multiple payers into one single credit limit, then we have to go through this configuration. Okay. So now I will let you know how can you group the payers into one single credit limit.
Okay.
See here, I am going through the payer 6690 and I am in the overview tab, right? This one.
Yeah.
See, overview. Okay. So now I will go through the status here. See. Okay. So here I am in the status view. Then I will go through the edit and here change the credit account. So when you enter, then you will get this pop-up. Changing the credit account requires the data reorganization. Okay, so you have to press enter and here you have to give the credit account. So here the credit account is nothing but who is the sold to party. 667
87.
Okay, 6687 is our sold to party, right? So now I have changed it to 6687. Okay. So like this, we have to make the changes to other payers also. So let me go through the payer 6691 and here again I am going through. Here again I will go through status, then edit, and here let me give our sold to party 6687. So now let me save it. In the same way we have other payers 3. So to whom also I will go through the same edit, then here 6687, and I think one more pair is there. Okay, so I think 4 pairs are done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have grouped all these pairs into one single, what is that? Credit check. One single credit limit. So now let me create the sales order. But before that, let me check the controls in the credit control area, because the payer check will be valid only for open items and oldest open items, right? So now let me go to credit management and here credit management, and I think I have opened it somewhere. So now let me check it once. Maybe here. Yes. See here. Let I have already checked the oldest open items, right? So this one, this configuration will be available for open items and oldest open items. So what will happen if you check payer?
Customer have
Yes.
system consider invoice of invoice.
Huh?
While performing system consider all invoices of payers, only payers.
Only payer, right? And if you uncheck this,
system consider invoice of only particular payer.
if you check payer, then the system will consider the invoices of the particular payer. If you uncheck, then the system will consider the invoices of all the payers which are grouped.
All payers.
Okay. So now here what I will do is I will check the payer. So in this case, the system will consider only the particular payers, right?
Particular payer.
So now let me save it. So here let me create the sales order. So here let me give object type at 6687.
7. Oh yeah.
So when you are entering 6687, the system is giving the pop-up for the payers, right? As we are having multiple payers. Okay. So now let me take the payer 6690. Okay. So for the 6690, what we are doing, we are creating the sales order invoice and sales order delivery and invoice.
Invoice.
Okay. So now let me give the material here. So here let me give the quantity as 20. Okay. So here 20 means how much? 17,000. 1700. Why it is in negative? I think base price is not there. Yes. So now let me maintain the base price. The transaction week 11. Let me give R00. Let me maintain some base price. For the material, vaccine 150. So I have saved it. So now let me create the sales order again. For the payer 6690. Okay. Here let me give the material and the quantity. Let me check it once why it is 150. Discount. Oh, 1300 is the discount. Material discount is 130. Okay. So in this case, what I will do is I will make some changes. Yes, here let me increase the price to 1000. Okay. So again, let me create the sales order. So I am giving the last one here 6690 as the payer. So if we give the quantity as 10 here, then the net value is 9000, right? So now let me change it to 15. So here it is 13,000. So now let me do the delivery. See, I am creating the sales order. So now let me give our source to party here. And here see, we have payers, right? So I am selecting the last payer. Okay. So now let me give the material and the quantity. See here the net value is 13,000. So I will do the delivery. No schedule length. So let me change it to 6,000. See now I go through picking here. Let me do the post goods issue also. And what we have to do, we have to we have to create the invoice, right?
Nice.
So now let me create the invoice. See, the document is saved. So now what we have to do? We have to make the invoice as overdue. Okay. So now I will go through the transaction FBL5N. Okay. And here, if you give the customer account, then you can able to see. Sorry, 90, right?
Yeah, 90.
See here, you can able to see the invoices. Okay. So this is the invoice. So now I will make it as overdue. So I will go through the change mode and let me change the date here to the past date. Okay. See here, what is that? The invoice got overdue. And if you create the sales order for the customer, see, I have given the sold to party is 6687. And if I give the payer as last one, then what the system is showing? Oldest open items means the credit limit got exceeded like this, right? Okay. Because we have checked the oldest open items and for which the overdue items are there. That is the reason the system is giving the pop-up of credit check for that payer. So if you do it for another payer, then what will happen? So now let me create the order, the same tool to, and if the payer is different, see now I have taken a different payer. So in this case, the system is allowing us to create the sales order. Okay? Because we have checked the payer there in the credit control area. See now let me go through sales and distribution, basic functions, and here what is that? Credit
Basic
management.
function, risk management, credit management.
Yes. And here M100.
Automatic.
Right? And see, if I uncheck the payer here and if I save it, okay, then what will happen now? If you create the sales order for any of the payers, let me see this payer. See, now the system is showing what is that? Overdue. Okay, but previously the system did not show this as we have checked the payer there. Okay. So I think you are clear with the payer concept here. Okay, and if you have any queries in this regard, you can ask me now. Or else in the next session, in the upcoming session, you can ask me if you have any queries in this concept.
Sure.
Yeah, okay then. Thank you. Have a nice day.